Hi, this is Mr. Cordes, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go over and review what's in a character chart for the two characters that we have in our story, The Most Dangerous Game. We are dealing with General Zaroff, and we are dealing with Ransford. Both are really, really dynamic characters because they are different as they progress through the story. Ransford definitely changes. He's a dynamic character. There's small changes in General Zaroff, but for the most part, he kind of still somewhat stays the same. So as we look at this and pull these characters apart to understand them more, it's going to be important that we kind of include all capacities. So just like you are you, you're different from the very beginning of the year versus the end of the year. So incoming ninth grader is much different than an incoming 10th grader, but they're the same person. So what happens with General Zaroff, he's kind of that ruthless hunter, wants the thrill, kind of selfish in that manner. Ransford kind of changes the perspective of being a hunter to the huntee. And so you kind of see a shift in how he perceives things. We will be looking at these characters more and be pulling them apart and analyzing them more. But right now, we just need to get a basic understanding of who they are. So this activity has been done before. You have identified attributes, personality, characteristic qualities of a character. So like when we did this for George and Lenny, or for Mademoiselle, or Doodle and his brother, the narrator, like when we pull them apart, what is their general idea? So when you look here, mark down some things for General Zaroff. What are his qualities? What are his quirks? What's his personality like? If he was to come over and have dinner with you and then leave, what would you say he's like? How would you describe him to someone else? Okay. So take a moment. And you can go back and forth between General Zaroff and Ransford. You can do one at a time. Some people like to just get one character out of the way and then go on to the next. That will be that will be your decision, but you guys can pause as you see fit for this video. So the very first one that you want to mark down are some attributes, some personalities, some characteristics, who they are as people. Marking down that General Zaroff is a hunter is good. However, there's more to him. What's his personality like? How would you describe him? What are his qualities? What is the feeling you get when you are done reading about him? Okay, so you're going to mark those down there. I would suggest, ladies and gentlemen, that when you find a piece of textual evidence, that it would help to connect with one of the attributes that you just put up over here. Okay, so you would mark down things that would relate to what you just described. So if you described him as seeking a thrill of hunting, what does he say or what does he do that would indicate that he constantly goes after the thrill of hunting? Okay. Now, the other component is how does that character respond to others? Okay, so you've identified who he is as a person, but now how does he respond to others? And you may need to pause and go back and search through the story. But how does he respond to Ransford initially? How does he respond to him towards the end? How does he interact with others? There's the part where he says, "Oh, you come to the basement. All of the other sailors that I have trapped are in the basement." Like, how is he actually responding to these people, and why does he do that? So take a moment and go ahead and put your thoughts down here. And again, you can pause where you need to, but you've got your attributes, the qualities, the characteristics of General Zaroff here. You've got textual evidence to connect back with it. And then how does he respond to others? And this might be multifaceted because it changes. Just like down here for Ransford, it will probably change because in the beginning, when he first arrives on the island, he kind of responds one way. And then the next part or towards the end, when he's being hunted, he suddenly is acting obviously different. Okay. So you guys might need to mark that or make that distinction in that response. The next part where you have right here is a picture or an image that represents your character. if you want to put down something that would symbolize, so if you wanted to put down a rifle, a hunting hat, he's got that pack of dogs. Maybe you put in, some dogs, like a pack of hunting dogs, maybe. What would you put down that would represent General Zaroff? What would you put down that would represent Ransford? Okay. So even though this is just a quick video and an overview of what you're doing, please take the time to add in things specifically and be detailed. Remember, we actually use some of this stuff for our writing, so it's beneficial for us to have good, complete thoughts, good, complete detail in each of those boxes. Okay. Message me or email me if you have any questions or concerns about this, but go ahead and put down your thoughts and ideas and your answers for these two really good characters from the Most Dangerous Game.